guys and girls, welcome back to another review. Today we shall be looking at the new Xiaomi Jv85 Pro cordless vacuum cleaner. Now Xiaomi, the company known as the sub-brand of Xiaomi, is actually a brand under a well-known manufacturer named King Clean, which is considered as one of the world's largest vacuum cleaner manufacturers. Xiaomi has developed quite a reputation in the last few years with some really impressive models of cordless vacuum cleaners that offered exceptional specifications and build quality for a modest price. Their newest model, Jv85 Pro, is somehow revolutionizing the market as it takes the crown from Dyson V11 model as being the most powerful cordless vacuum cleaner on the planet. And considering the price, which is 2 times lower compared to Dyson, and with all other goodies the Jv85 Pro model brings to the table, it's really hard not to be impressed with the Xiaomi's latest model. But how does the new model perform in real life? Is it practical? Is it really so strong? How is the build quality? Well, let's take a look. Xiaomi was delivered a week after the order was placed. The first impression was very good, as it was delivered well packaged, well protected, and every part of the vacuum cleaner was wrapped in its own bag, which gives the feeling of a premium device. And for a vacuum with such good specifications and a price under 300 euros, we really can't complain, as we get a nicely packaged product. We quickly realized that Xiaomi didn't skimp on the accessories, as it is probably the most equipped model on the market. In addition to the main unit, we also receive a lot of equipment from the main unit: battery and charger, chargeable wall bracket, instructions in English, and of course all the attachments, which we will discuss later on. The instructions are good, although the installation and operation of the vacuum cleaner is so easy that most users won't even need bother to read them. With the Jv85 Pro model, Xiaomi interfered a bit more with the design of the vacuum cleaner due to the bigger engine, so the main unit is a bit bigger and the device is designed differently. They have redesigned most of the elements from the container, the battery, changed the handle, the start button, but otherwise everything works similarly, just different approach, because the diagonal design allows better airflow and more efficient operation. A purple-grey color is reserved for the Jv85 Pro this time. It looks fresh, elegant, and the color combination of the main unit is somehow close to the competing Dyson V11 model, currently the second strongest model in the market. Most of the elements are made of plastic, as expected, but it turns out to be a fairly high quality mess, very robust and durable, and as a material it actually works even better than some more expensive models, which is certainly a big plus on the long run. The Xiaomi basically consists of 3 parts: the main unit with the engine, the telescopic tube and the brush. The main unit also has a pistol grip, through which we operate the vacuum cleaner. Otherwise it also contains the main elements of the vacuum cleaner like motor, battery and a trash can. Telescopic stick can be easily attached to the main unit, but of course all nozzles and brushes can be used without an extension hose. All nozzles can be connected directly to the main unit. And on the main unit we find a few control buttons, namely the main switch is located on top of the gun handle, where we turn the vacuum cleaner on or off, and just above it we find the button to change suction power, and a little farther is the AMOLED screen. On the far left, just below the holder, we find a button that removes the battery. This time there is no connector for the charging cable, as the Xiaomi is charged via wall mount, which also acts as a charging station. On the front to the left we find the flap button, through which we quickly empty the garbage can. The latter is also possible from the right side, where we remove the entire container by turning it. This also allows us to clean it even better. The HEPA filter is even easier to reach, as it sits in front of the container. We can also remove it easily just by turning it. The main advantages of the Jv85 Pro over other Jimmy models are significantly higher suction power, built-in AMOLED display, charging via wall charging station, longer operation in eco mode, and a larger trash can. All of the above is to some extent at the expense of a slightly larger design, 300 grams heavier main unit and a few decibels louder operation at max suction power, but given all the improvements and features that the new model brings, those compromises are irrelevant. Jimmy Jv85 Pro has a pretty powerful battery that is powerful enough to run up to 70 minutes in eco mode, depending on attachments used and the surface that needs cleaning. It is the first Jimmy model and probably also the first model in general that can be charged via charging station and has a replaceable battery. Why is the latter important? If we have really large cleaning areas, we can buy an additional battery and quickly and easily replace it when the first battery runs out of juice. Also, as looking at the many years of use, the possibility of buying a new battery is a big plus. As mentioned, Jimmy Jv85 Pro works in 3 suction modes: Eco, Turbo and Max, which affects the suction power, operating time and loudness. To compare how powerful the cordless vacuum cleaner is in the mentioned cleaning modes, in Eco mode Jimmy Pro has about 60 Rw of suction power, which will be enough for all smooth surfaces and dust. In Turbo mode the suction power raises up to 100 Rw, which will be enough for pretty much all tasks, as it is already on the level of classic electric vacuum cleaners, and in the Max mode we already hit an exceptional 200 Rw, which is found only in the more expensive classic electrical models. The package includes a lot of useful attachments and brushes that will suit every household. In addition to the main unit with motor and battery and waste bin, we also get a charging station which also acts as a wall bracket for the vacuum cleaner. Now, other accessories includes: the main brush impresses with exceptional quality of materials and workmanship, and has a pleasantly soft head that is intended for cleaning all hard surfaces. The brush starts to rotate automatically when the vacuum cleaner is switched on, thus helping to effectively remove all dirt from the floor. It is equipped with a flexible tube and bends horizontally and vertically. It is excellent for all solid surfaces and really efficient as it absorbs all types of dust. The good news is that hair and various small textile particles do not get caught on the brush. It only directs them forward to the suction unit due to the high speeds and works at about 30 watts of power. In addition to the larger main brush, we also receive a small rotating brush intended for various textile materials and smaller surfaces like carpets, sofas, car seats, yogis. The brush can be rotated only vertically, and instead of rotating soft head, this time a soft head with a combined rubber all covered with plastic bars, so the rotating brush has no direct contact with the ground and works at about 5 watts of power. Now both brushes can be quickly and easily disassembled and cleaned if necessary. The package includes a long extension tube, foldable in the middle, with a caster mounted on the underside, so it can be easily vacuumed even under lower furniture and we don't need to bend over. It measures just under 70 centimeters in length and is just the right size for a comfortable vacuuming the floor. Soft folding extension tube. The included short soft hose will come in handy when cleaning various furniture and objects above the floor, as any of the included brushes can be used for cleaning or higher surfaces, from furniture, electronic devices, table, chairs, cabinets, and so on. The two mini brushes, wider and thinner one, are also very useful and practical. It is a 2-in-1 attachment system that does not attach to the main unit by clicking, but we just push the attachment into the tube on the main unit or on the soft folding tube. Both attachments can be conveniently stored on a wall stand. Very practical is an additional dust brush, which is suitable for all surfaces, has a long and narrow head with very soft bristles, so we don't damage the more sensitive elements in our home. The additional folding part can be used with various attachments and comes in handy with slightly higher surfaces, such as the tops of cabinets and similar furniture, where we can't reach all the way to the back. Just like any other Jimmy model, the new Jv85 Pro model also comes with a wall mount, which this time also serves as a charging station. The bracket can be installed quickly and easily with 2 screws found in the package, and in addition to the space for the vacuum cleaner, we also have space for storing 2 attachments. The holder is nicely and minimalistically designed, made of quality plastic, and does its job just fine. It only lacks space for all the other additional attachments, but for that we would need a much larger wall mount. It would take up more space. However, it should be mentioned that we need an electrical outlet nearby, as we connect a charging cable to the adapter through which the battery vacuum cleaner is also charged. The Jimmy Jv85 Pro is slightly larger and heavier than other less powerful Jimmy models. At the final 3 kg, main unit, hose and main brush, it is still quite convenient and practical to handle, as the design of the vacuum cleaner, where the heaviest part is always in our hands, allows us to use a longer hose when cleaning in higher position, under the ceiling and cabinets, due to the weights of the vacuum cleaner hands do not suffer too much, and when using L pipes and floor brushes, the weights is somehow nicely distributed on the floor. All vacuum cleaner attachments attach with a click, and they are separated by pressing the red button. We get a simpler system with only 2 small nozzles, narrow and wide, which are installed only by pushing onto the base tube. As already mentioned, Xiaomi Jimmy Jv85 Pro works in 3 cleaning modes. Now, in Eco mode, where we can vacuum the bigger rotating soft brush for a good 60 minutes, we will efficiently clean the dust from all hard surfaces. This mode turns out to be quite solid in real use, and we soon find out that quite a lot of the cleaning can be done in the Eco mode, which offers by far the longest battery life. The Turbo mode of operation already represents a fairly high suction power, around 100 airwatts, which is already at the level of classic electrical vacuum cleaner, and in this mode we can clean all surfaces and even the most stubborn dirt. This mode will be good enough for 90% of tasks, and we can expect about 25 minutes of battery life. The Max mode is only needed for rough and deep carpets, rough and similar texture surfaces, while higher suction power means better cleaning results. The cleaning time in Max mode shortens quite a bit, as the battery will be empty after about 10 minutes, depending on the surfaces and the selected attachments. A very important area of cordless vacuum cleaner is also how convenient cleaning and maintenance is, as user-friendly appliances allow quick and easy cleaning of all important parts and minimal maintenance. And as we are used to with other Jimmy models, the latter is also very user-friendly with the Jv85 Pro model. All elements are easy and quick to disassemble. The trash can lid is accessible with one click, so emptying is really easy and fast. The HEPA filter can be washed under water every now and then. Both rotating brushes are disassembled to a certain extent, which allows better cleaning. The annoying part to clean are the small spinning wheels on the main rotating brush, where hair can sometimes get over, but the latter does not need to be cleaned very often. appearance and quality of materials are definitely at a very high level. There is a lot of included equipment. They certainly did not skim this time, as we received quite a few very useful attachments for different bases and purposes. Only the dedicated attachment for deep carpet cleaning is missing. The vacuum cleaner arrived nicely packaged, each part separately protected, the battery is full to around 50%, and assembly was quick and effortless. Handling the vacuum cleaner is commendable, despite the slightly larger and heavier design of the device. Good ergonomics, the click attachments are easy to set. The included wall bracket is very practical for quick and unobtrusive storage of the vacuum cleaner, which can also be quickly removed and placed on the bracket. Installation is quick, simple, takes a few minutes. It's a pity they didn't include space for more additional attachments. Cleaning of the dust bin is very easy. On the one hand we open the basket and shake out the content, on the other hand we can remove the HEPA filter, but with a twist we can completely disassemble the basket and clean it. Best of all parts including the HEPA filter are washable, we just need to make sure the HEPA filter is dry before using it again. The battery charges in about 4 hours and in medium mode lasts about 30 minutes of cleaning, which is completely fine. Less exciting is the max mode, where the battery is discharged after a good 10 minutes, which is kind of disappointing as the cleaning can continue only after a few hours when the battery gets charged, but it's the same story with all cordless vacuums on the max vacuum power. The good news is that the cleaning in max mode is not needed often, otherwise an additional battery is available for around $70, which doubles the operating time. Charging via a charging station proves to be extremely practical, as the vacuum cleaner is always full and ready to use. Though you will need to find some space for extra attachments, as you would want the entire set in one place. There is no need to waste words on suction power and cleaning efficiency, as it is currently the most powerful cordless vacuum cleaner on the market. The built-in AMOLED display is really practical and useful, as we constantly monitor the battery status, which is displayed as a percentage of 1 to 100 and also shows you the selected cleaning mode. We can confidently say that the Xiaomi Jv85 Pro completely replaces the need for a wired electrical model and thus really complements the range of wireless devices that take care of cleaning at home. So, what do we think of the new Xiaomi Jv85 Pro cordless vacuum? Well, overall, it has for sure impressed us. I mean, for the price, looking at the specifications, all the power and goodies it brings to the table, it is really hard not to recommend. It can truly replace an ordinary cable electric vacuum cleaner, as it is really powerful and efficient. It has a ton of included different tools and brushes, it is versatile, AMOLED screen is useful, informative, option of charging it on the stand charging base is really a plus, and at the same time having an option of detachable battery where we can use 2 batteries, one after another if needed, or after some time just get a new battery and keep using it for another few years. So lots of good options with the newest model, and most importantly, looking at the cleaning efficiency, which is really high, it's a no-brainer if looking for a powerful and versatile cordless vacuum cleaner. Now, looking at the downsides, well, there aren't many, but price may be a factor for some, though a little less powerful Dyson sells for twice the price. It is a little bulkier and heavier than other Xiaomi models, but still it handles with ease. The battery has limited use compared to electrical ones, but with a turbo mode and 30 minutes it should be enough for most users on one charge. And lastly, it's not super useful for deep carpet cleaning, as there is no appropriate or dedicated brush for it, but the included extra carpet brush roll does help clean anything on the carpet. Other than mentioned, a real joy to use and for sure one of the very best cordless vacuums on the market. It will for sure stay in our home, replacing the Jv83 model, and hopefully help keep our house clean for years to come. So, is it the best cordless vacuum on the market? We can't really say it's absolute best. It is the most powerful though, as we have some strong competition with similar user experience models, but with a much higher price tag. And considering price, quality, functionality and suction power, Xiaomi Jv85 Pro is a winner in our eyes. And with that, again, we managed to conclude another review. If you like it, got the information you needed, please like, share and subscribe, and if not, please let us know how to get better. Until next time, Thomas out. Ciao.